Living in a family is nice and warm and fuzzy, but let's be honest, it also comes with its fair share of challenges. And one of the challenges that I hear about from you guys, obviously, is how frustrating it is to get everyone on the same level when it comes to cleaning. Whether it's parents talking about how to get your kids more involved in cleaning, they make a mess but they never clean it up. Whether it's siblings talking about one another, or even spouses talking about the other person who perhaps is overly tidy or not tidy enough. And in my book, in chapter 13, I actually cover this off, whether it's helping your kids or your spouse come to an agreement with you so that everyone can kind of be on the same level when it comes to cleaning. Because let's be honest, a clean house and a house that people clean together is a much happier house. So in this video, I'm going to cover off 7 different strategies. I'm going to expand upon what I wrote in the book to help you get your family in the groove when it comes to cleaning. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel and give this video a thumbs up if your family could use a little bit of help when it comes to cleaning. Before you get started with any of these strategies, you got to keep in mind that you might have to have some uncomfortable conversations with your family. But if you can come together, have these conversations, I promise you, you will walk out better for it. The first strategy is coming up with common goals and understanding what clean means to each family member. And obviously, if your kids are really young, you can't have an in-depth conversation with them about that. But on some basic functional level, they will understand tidy versus messy or clean versus dirty. So as long as everyone can get on the same page about cleaning and what it means to them, everybody else in the family will start to understand what the common vision and goal should be when it comes to a clean house. So that also means that if one spouse or partner is overly clean and the other one is overly messy, it helps for each of you to understand the other's vision, and then that way you can sort of commune and figure out a nice level playing field for the both of you. MIAs, or most important areas, is such an important concept to me that I actually made it the first step in the maker method of my book, which is the backbone of the book. It's this 3-step system. And figuring out what your MIAs are is really important because, let's be honest, you're not going to clean your whole house all the time. I don't, and I don't expect you to. But what makes sense is to figure out those areas that are really important to you. The one that gets that guttural reaction from you. When you see it messy, it just drives you crazy. And when you see it clean, it makes you feel good. You need to sit down at the table with your family. Kids, obviously, who are old enough to understand what MIAs are can participate. And everyone needs to talk about what's important to them. So if it's 2 spouses sitting down, they can chat about areas that are really important to them. It'll give the other person insight as to what they can do to keep their spouse happy and content when it comes to cleaning and organizing. So for example, in our house, the kitchen is really important to me as an MIA, specifically the kitchen sink, counter, and dishwasher. If the dishwasher is still full and there are plates on the counter and the sink is dirty, it just freaks me out. I don't like cooking in there, I don't like being in there. And for Chad, the bedroom is an MIA for him, specifically the bed and the floor with the laundry. So I have to be respectful of that when it comes to Chad, and I keep that in the back of my head. So when I'm in the room, I always try to put my laundry away. Chad makes our bed every day, which is nice. And when we're in the kitchen, he knows kind of my shtick in the kitchen, so that's how we've worked it out. And then you can sort of build your cleaning around everyone's MIA. So that way you're focusing on what's important to everyone in the family, and you're kind of leaving the rest of the stuff for a later time. Figure out who likes to do what. There's no sense in assigning a cleaning task to someone if it's gonna make their blood boil. So when you're having this conversation, figure out if there's anything that needs to be done, an MIA or a cleaning task, that someone in the household actually likes doing. For example, you guys know by now, I hate vacuuming. So guess who does not vacuum unless there's like a vacuuming emergency? This guy. But guess who does vacuum? Chad does. He's sitting right over there. And the reason he vacuums is because he doesn't mind it and he knows it makes me crazy. But you know what I do? I clean the kitchen, and I clean it like a champion. And he doesn't really have to worry about cleaning the kitchen. I mean, sometimes he does, but most of the time I take care of it because I like doing it. This is basically the time where you air out your dirty laundry with your family. You get everything out in the open. You tell them if you think something is going to be overly time-consuming or frustrating or difficult or challenging. Because if you keep it in and then you agree to do something and you're resentful or it's taking up too much of your time, that's not functional. That's not going to work for you, your lifestyle, or your family. So you have to be frank, you have to be honest, get everything out on the table, and then talk through things. If there's a bunch of cleaning tasks that no one really likes doing, but it's evidently important to everyone in the family, consider something creative, like putting all of the little cleaning tasks in a hat and everybody kind of just drawing tasks until you run out of tasks. Or doing like a cleaning draft where you list all of the cleaning tasks and then everybody gets to go around the circle and make their picks of their most favorite, if you can bear that, to your least favorite cleaning tasks, and everybody kind of gets assigned their jobs that way. The point is, it has to be fair, it has to feel equitable, and you have to talk about it so that everyone feels good. A family cleaning routine is a living, breathing thing. It's going to evolve over time. People might take tasks on and realize that it's too painful physically for them to do, or it's too time-consuming, or they really don't like doing it, or perhaps they can get it done a lot quicker than they thought. So as you go through and you set up this cleaning structure, and by the way, there's no sense in me giving you one prescribed cleaning structure. It's not going to work for every family. You have to really feel it out for yourself, customize it, put it together, and then tweak it and change it along the way. That's how you come up with a routine that really works. And if you can do that, everyone in the family will be much happier. And if you find yourself with a little bit of extra time, pitch in and help someone else out, because you know what? When you're in need, they'll do the same for you. That kind of kindness only gets kindness back. When you're sort of resentful and you don't help other people, you are going to get the exact same response. Timing is a critical discussion point when it comes to cleaning, because you guys are busy. I get it. You know, you've got a whole bunch of things going on during the week, and you probably don't have a few hours to carve out to focus on your cleaning. And there are some of you who are out there, and I know this to be true, and it's something that a lot of you guys deal with. You might not clean at all. And you're thinking, well, how can I go from 0 to 100 and get everyone cleaning right now? The truth is, I'm not telling you that you need to get yourself up to 2 hours of cleaning every week. If you can get yourself to 10 minutes of cleaning a week, you're making an incremental improvement. So when it comes to timing, be realistic about what time you have available during the week and when you can pull that time, whether it's late at night, early in the morning, on a weekend, midday, whatever works for you and your family and your schedule. And then figure out how much time is reasonable for you to contribute to cleaning. That's you, your partner, and your kids. See what everyone has to offer up, and then that should be the amount of time you spend cleaning. If you have these unrealistic expectations, you're gonna have that all or nothing mentality, and you're never gonna get any cleaning done. You're just gonna feel like you failed before you even got started. So set the bar low. You have my permission to do it. Meet that standard, and then if you can, creep it up a little bit. You'll probably be really excited by the positive reinforcement of seeing your space clean, even incrementally. But again, focus on the amount of time that you can realistically dedicate and start there. When I used to work at the bank, we had this annual strategic planning session, and I liked it because I got free lunch, but everyone else liked it because it was a really good way to set the business on the right track for the year. We would sort of look at the overall goals. We would think about what kind of client events are we going to do, how are we going to increase our sales, what are our goals, and it basically gave everyone in the branch the opportunity to look a year in advance and schedule out the things that they needed to do to contribute to the growth of the organization. And when it comes to cleaning, you can apply this to your house as well. You can sit down and have strategic cleaning meetings, if you will, or planning meetings 1, 2, 3, 4 times a year. Think about the larger cleaning tasks that need to be done. For example, what are you going to do for spring cleaning? How frequently are you going to clean your overhead exhaust or get your ducts cleaned? Whatever it is that you need to cover off in these larger cleaning tasks, If you just kind of leave them, they really aren't going to get done. No one feels accountable to them. But if you actually sit down and have a planning meeting, you'll be able to book in dates and times and assign tasks to people. And then that way, it's booked, it's done, everyone knows what they need to do, and it'll keep your household running like a well-oiled machine. I know that this family issue is a big thing for a lot of you guys, and I dedicated a really good chunk of the book to this topic. Chapter 13 pretty much goes through families and kids and working through some of the cleaning challenges that you face at home. So if you don't have a copy already, I'll put a link down below and definitely be sure to pick one up. You can also get it on Audible, or you can listen to it as an audiobook, or you can get it on an e-reader, whatever's most convenient for you. Now, this week's comment question is an interesting one. I don't have kids, as you guys know, but a lot of you guys do have kids, and you ask me questions about kids. But the thing is, I can't answer from actual experience. So I really lean on you guys for this information. And this week's comment question is, what do you do to get your kids to clean? What successful strategies have you employed in the past? What hasn't worked? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'm going to be creating a really meaty resource for other parents so that they can watch these videos and learn how they can better affect things in their home. We might make a couple videos, and I've read stories and emails from you guys about your tips already, and I just can't wait to see what else you guys have to come up with. You guys seem like amazing parents. There's a couple other videos over here I think you're gonna love, and if you haven't done so, you can check out our website. It's right down there, cleanmyspace.com. There's a button down there that lets me know you care, so click it if you liked this video, and click this button right here to subscribe and begin your journey to a cleaner life. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.